coming back to you. I keep coming back to you.
Hello, Internet world. Welcome to another episode of TV Nerds. This is your host, the Esoteric Child, here with my co-host, Gabe Stomach. Welcome back, y'all. How's your week been, man? It's been a long week for me.
Yeah, it was a good week. Some big things happening. Got there's my boy, my people's Mike. Oh, he told us. I'm not gonna say the name just quite yet. I want to make sure it's all finalized. But I know he got a food truck, barbecue food truck that's out. Hopefully by June 1st, I'll be working on it. Fridays and Saturdays out in Cape. There's that. Yeah, I'm pretty excited with that one.
Yeah.
That's the latest news. That was just this week. Saw Doctor Strange.
We gonna get into that in Nerdz Talk, but
Saw Doctor Strange. I saw a couple of the new trailers coming out.
oh yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Saw Avatar.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that Avatar 2 trailer.
What else can they take from these people that are blue? Like, God.
And tall as hell.
You know what I'm saying? Spielberg got another one about a Pocahontas movie, bro. This is a struggle. It looks good, though. Cinematically, it looks amazing.
Cinematically, I mean, just in general, cinematically, like, Avatar's always look good. So, I'm kind of excited. I mean, I have to watch the first Avatar first before I watch this one, but...
What? You never watched the first Avatar? You never watched the first Avatar?
That movie's long as hell.
That's not an excuse, niggas. Yeah, that's a 4 VHS tape movie, Eugene.
You watched Batman, which was
3 hours, yeah.
Hey, I was interested in Batman.
What are you talking about? This had robots and sci-fi and
I've seen parts of it. I just haven't seen it like in full.
I don't understand.
So if I wanted to see where the world is going, I would watch Terminator. Like, come on now.
Didn't Spielberg did Terminator 2 at that?
I think he did one of them.
I think he did one, yeah.
I had to look that up.
Avatar is better. Avatar 1 was way better than the Terminator.
Was it better than Terminator 2?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Had some good combat. They were squaring up. Had a catharsis series, like the guy had to learn some shit, come together and grow. There was some good character growth. There was a romance. It was like a Romeo and Juliet thing, because they was from two different worlds. There was magic and science at the same time. It don't make no sense. They had robots, and then somehow the dude they're chanting and he's like in a body. I don't know. I just say before you cancel out on
Nah, Steven Spielberg ain't do Terminator. There was some guy named James Carmen, Alan Taylor, Jonathan Mostow, Tim Miller. Some guys I don't know. So,
damn.
Yeah.
I can't believe we never watched Avatar.
I mean, I definitely have to watch it now that they're gonna make a sequel, but.
It's not more than just a sequel. It's a total of 4 movies.
Yeah.
So what, the first one's like 2 movies in one?
No. It's like one movie, but it's
1 movie, and then they're making 3 more.
yeah.
So that's gonna be a total runtime of like 12 hours, basically.
Yeah, it's like a Lord of the Rings. You never watched Lord of the Rings, have you?
No.
Wow.
I'm
bro.
not like Lord of the Rings was definitely something I was not interested in.
Wow, bro.
I mean, I've seen all the Harry Potters.
Why?
The
Why? Why waste your time on Harry Potter? Lord of the Rings has a better character build story. It's just 4 kids getting in trouble for 4 movies. 4 kids breaking rules. And then they get kicked out of school. And then break the school.
That's Lord of the Rings, or is that?
No, that's Harry Potter.
That was more than 4 movies.
No, I was saying 4 movies of the kids being in school, being badass kids.
It's just like being in a boarding school. Like, come on now.
No. It's not just because they have 3-headed dogs behind doors and shit in their school. You know what I'm saying? And then they're in restricted areas that these kids just wander in, mind you. Like there's no security guard, which blew my mind. You got 3-headed giant dogs, no security guard, and these kids.
I mean, the person who controlled the dog was never around. He was just in his cottage.
That's not safe. That's not safe at all.
I mean, they weren't even supposed to be in that chamber.
Right.
Like, come on now.
That's my point. They are supposed to be in bed. The only sane person in there was Neville.
And he always got fucked up.
And they chipped his ass up every time they stopped him. They froze his ass.
No, the first one when they froze him, I was like, dude, that's kind of you ain't had to do that.
Neville tried to save him every time. Don't stop it. You always do something that ruins it.
I mean, but then by the 4th movie, he was like, you know what? You can't beat him, join him.
Right. What are you gonna do? But nah, that's basically all the series of there. Oh, there's a new Jurassic Park coming out.
Oh yeah, of course. I love the Jurassic Park franchise. I mean, the last Jurassic World movie was questionable.
Yeah.
But I mean, the first Jurassic World I thought was pretty all right. You know,
you're talking about the one with
the
Jurassic World with
Fallen Kingdom, that one. The second one. That was the one where they were getting all the dinosaurs off the island.
Okay, I didn't see that one yet.
Yeah, and then they made another hybrid that they were trying to sell.
I didn't see that one yet. I saw
You saw the first one?
The one with Chris Pratt with Blue.
They both had Chris Pratt and Blue.
The one with
That's the one when they're on the island.
And they have Blue.
Yeah. Both of them have Blue, man.
Okay, does Blue go free at the end?
Blue going free at the end is the second one.
Is the second one?
Yeah. The first one is the one where they have to get off the island because the Indominus Rex fucked everything up.
No, I saw the second one where there was like a bid and like homie like pushed the button and opened up one of the cages to
and
the
then
bid.
all
hell broke.
That was hilarious, honestly.
Everybody was looking at and then one dude had one that was like controlled by a laser.
Yeah, that
was
one.
like a dumbass idea.
Like when I saw the dinosaur, I'm just like, I know somewhere someone is trying to do this type of shit, and it's the most dumbest thing ever. Dude.
Nah, excuse me. That could be the move. Think about it.
No.
Pat, what if we find out that dinosaurs don't even roar?
What if you?
They
because honestly, yeah. Because who really came up with a dinosaur's roar?
I don't know.
Like, and plus they're more close to birds than reptiles. So what did they squawk?
That's what I'm saying. Or
what if a T-Rex is just a giant squawk?
Nah. Think about this.
Instead of a
what if T-Rex had like parrot skills? And so just
that'd be fucking scary.
That would mimic you. So you just
it'll mimic you and then eat you. Like what? What if that was the way it hunted?
Yeah, that'd be awful.
Like it'll just make the noise of a damn triceratops and then just gotcha.
But you know some Dubai prince would have one as a pet. It'd be hard as hell though. It'd be the most gangster pet ever.
It's like, he got his pet tiger. Ah, funny.
So that's cute. It's cute. Here's my pet velociraptor. You can't have those pets. I'd have one of those. A velociraptor. And I put on the window, beware of bird.
I mean, they are close to birds, so you're not wrong.
Beware of bird, and then just leave no fence. I have my doors unlocked. I won't even have the door because it'll probably be broken with the tails and stuff. But just have open doors, and then who gonna break into your house? Nobody with a velociraptor.
Somebody stupid.
Nobody, unless they
someone who just doesn't know. It's like, oh, he kept his door locked. It's like, oh, I know why he kept it unlocked.
And if you think about it too, Florida Man most likely would be a person to mess with a velociraptor.
What if he steals it?
What?
What if he steals it?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like, forget stealing anything in your house. I'm stealing that.
Like, what do you think?
You know how many licks I'm gonna hit with that? Like, come on, man.
Took my velociraptor.
It's like, you had a velociraptor, sir?
Another movie coming out, Top Gun. I don't know about you.
I think it already came. Well, I know some. Well,
Is it
someone I
already
know
out?
already saw it.
Oh,
They
some-
did the.
yeah.
They saw the screening. So
The screening was out. It was
Yeah.
May 27th. I think it's the original.
they said it was actually pretty decent. So
I want to catch it because
I'm not going back to the new Jurassic World. I'm interested in wondering like what's gonna happen that they brought like all the old school characters back from the first Jurassic Park.
I think they're gonna do cameos, just like getting off like a museum.
You think it's gonna be just a quick cameo or something, and some
like
I hope not. I hope they're there for like a good part of the movie.
Was it Hammond? Was it Hammond the guy who made it?
Well, the guy who played Ham is dead.
Yeah. But I'm saying it's gonna be like some Hammond memorial type of event.
I mean, in the trailer, everything was dark, so it's like it has to be.
No,
it had to be part of like a big scene or something.
No, I'm just about. I mean, they may have not shown the scene in the trailer. I'm just saying, like, I feel like when we will see all the cameos,
When we first see them,
it's probably going to be like an event where they all just like, hey, it's been such and such years. It's good to see you. You know, like bring Jeff Goldblum back and the guys from Jurassic World 3, all of them, and then just have. And then just have it as like a Met Gala, almost, and then just some dinosaurs just run through it.
I mean, yeah, because they just let them just run free, and it's like, yeah, we got to deal with this.
Yeah, this is the new world now.
Oh man,
An invasive species. That's what we do right now.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I would so get it. I was watching this thing because they were showing that there was different species of velociraptors. Some of them had feathers.
Yeah, I did read a book about that because I used to like read a lot of dinosaur books when I was younger. So they did say that it was possible that some of them had feathers because there was actually a fossilized rock that like showed like the feather markings on it. So it's possible.
I would so get one. I would so get one with feathers. Just the flex, bro. Just the flex. Beware of a bird.
It's like it is a bird.
How is it? Look at the feathers. It just doesn't fly. It's like a turkey.
A turkey. It's hilarious. A turkey.
It's like a turkey or a peacock. They're just not flightless birds.
What if that was the way it also made it too? Like what peacocks did. Like what peacocks do, they just spread their feathers out.
What if? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Like, what if was it emus?
Emus.
Is it emus?
Yeah.
And
it's a flightless bird.
Yeah. Emus and
it's like
ostrich?
it's kind of the same as an ostrich. Yeah.
Those two.
Just uglier.
Could be like the
close cousins.
Close cousins, or like the special cousins. Chromosomes missing. That's why the neck's so long.
Yeah, I think that's probably why the emu is so damn ugly. Cause I mean.
But the temper of them.
It's like, why are you so mad?
I've seen anger. I've seen they'll just square up and fight just for no reason on sight. On sight. And then everybody who owns an emu, in terms of like those sanctuaries, have the most odd response.
There was actually I did see a story like recently that there was an emu from this little sanctuary. I think it was in Naples or Benita Springs, but it got loose.
It took forever to catch, probably.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, because they're vicious. And then the person always like, oh, she's just nice. She's friendly. It's if it's a
that
girl
thing is
or
as
a
tall
boy.
as me. Like, come on.
She's just shy. Don't rush up on her. She's just shy. And then you just get kicked and gouged in the face. It's like we have to catch her though. I'm just gonna shoot it. I'm just gonna shoot it with a tranq dart or something. But,
yeah, someone in Florida has a tranquilizer gun.
What?
It's Florida. What do you expect?
At this point, I feel like people should have them for the gators alone.
You can't tranquilize a gator.
Why not?
I mean, first of all, like, their scales. It's not going to bust through their scales.
Catch them with their mouth open.
No. That's... Steve Irwin did not die for that. Come on, man.
I'm trying to help the... All right, what if we just hit him with some pepper, like, all right, paintball guns, right? Mouth open. Paintball gun with some melatonin in it, something.
I'm calling the
Some
Irwins.
Rohypnol.
I'm calling the Irwins. This is ridiculous.
Little Ritalin pills in a BB gun and pop up into the gator's mouth.
That sounds like abuse, sir.
And then you just drag the gator into the water. Well, I guess you can't put it into the water.
Those.
It might drown, right? Do gators drown? Gators can't drown, can they?
Yeah, they can't breathe under. They don't have no gills. They can't breathe underwater.
How they sleep though?
They sleep on land, dude.
No, they don't.
They do.
No, they don't. They be in the water.
They can hold their breath for like an hour or so.
I don't believe that.
They cannot breathe underwater like that. Like they're not sharks, dude.
Yeah, but they be in hurricane. If there's no land, hurricane water's flooding. Where they be?
I mean, they can still swim, dude. Like, come on.
I ain't gonna believe. Just like whales, they'll slowly drown and die. No whale grows old. They all just get tired and just sink. So, that's what I'm saying.
Just wash up on a beach.
Yeah, it's true. And it explode. You seen them? Oh, they pop like balloons.
Oh man. Imagine just that happening underwater.
I would be awful. Except if you were like a fish. Like if you're like, I'd probably be like a crab's dream. Like, bro, you're not gonna believe what happened to me the other day. What? A whale exploded over my hole. The most amount of whale meat I've ever had to get. Like it was like heaven.
Oh my god. What other trailers recently came out?
I saw the Buzz Lightyear trailer.
Oh yeah, I did see that one when I was on watching Dr. Train. Honest, like it's a Disney movie, so
I'm with her on that.
It's a Disney movie, so I don't know.
Here's the thing: the reason why I think the Lightyear movie looks stupid, they took away from the original Buzz Lightyear agenda.
I mean, that's supposed to be his.
Nah.
I mean, but that's supposed to be like his origin story or something like that.
An origin story for Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear was Buzz Lightyear. Think about the logic of that.
Like they're really trying to make him more of a person now. It's like because first it's just a toy. Like they're really trying to expand the whole Buzz Lightyear. Like it's been like 20 some years. Like they're really still trying to expand Buzz. Like what about the other toys?
Hear me out then. We got Buzz Lightyear origin story, right? This is essentially what this is. What's Woody's? You can't do Woody's origin story. Him as a cowboy.
I mean, he was a toy.
So is Buzz.
Like, but they were really trying to like make a whole universe for Buzz Lightyear. Like, they had an actual Buzz Lightyear movie and cartoon.
Yeah. And
so
both of them were fire.
Yeah, that Buzz Lightyear movie was
fire,
amazing.
son.
It was amazing.
I'm not gonna and then you bring this out and you're just like, what? Buzz got feelings? What the hell? Buzz is out here to infinity and beyond.
My whole thing is like, what's with the infinity and what's with the touching of the fingers?
Nah, son,
I'm just like,
that weak infinity beyond.
I just like to know, like, yo, why the touching of the fingers? Like, come on, man.
Even as a kid, I was like, yeah, that's weird. Yeah, like me and your mom used to do that. That's weird, bro. It's weird in the trailer.
I was like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah. But yeah, no, Infinity and Beyond, that totally, no. That's not how you do that. No. It's Infinity and Beyond.
It's just
a man just pushing the metal to the flooring it.
Yeah.
Going somewhere stupid fast. Or he's just doing
or just flying or something.
Jumping off a cliff to Infinity and Beyond. He just jumped off the cliff. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Just like, bro, there's steps right there. We could just take the stairs.
Oh my god. It's still funny to see that Chris Evans is doing the voice for Buzz. Like, it just makes no sense.
I think it's the only part I like about the movie is that it's Chris Evans. But other than that, it's just like,
I mean, you can't really tell that it's his voice though. Like, it still sounds like Tim Allen. It still sounds. I guess it's just the fact that I'm so used to the Toy Story Buzz Lightyear that I can still hear him as Tim Allen's voice.
See,
how come they didn't get Tim Allen to do this movie?
Tim Allen went. I don't think they want him to do this movie. I don't think they want him to do it. Either his contract probably wasn't involved, or they're just not involved in it anymore.
Like, just so what? Like, after the fourth Toy Story, everybody's like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore.
I mean, it's kind of taxing doing voiceover work. You know, I would say.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I would think that it would be like much like, I wouldn't say easier, but it's like more a little more simpler than doing actual acting.
No, yeah, it's for sure, but it's like you still got to get the voices correct and the voice pitch and everything, and you're not like you're still acting it out, just so you can get the voice or tone right. You know what I mean? Like just being like, "Hey, get over here," and then be like, "Hey, get out!" You still got to do the thing. So it still gets taxing doing those movies.
Doing the same character.
Yeah, but for years at a time.
Hey,
And
come on, man.
also,
I mean, Hugh Jackman was our Wolverine for like over a decade. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but that's Fox. That was Fox that was doing that. That's not Disney. Disney quick to fire Johnny Depp. Whole franchise in the water right now.
No one's gonna do another, or like, no one's gonna watch another Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
It didn't even make a budget. It didn't even come close to the budget that they almost had. So I mean, they got close to the budget.
And plus, I mean, Johnny
Depp
Depp said he wasn't gonna do another Pirates movie anyway.
Right.
Or after they let him go.
Same thing with Harry Potter's franchise. Because of that, the new Harry Potter movie didn't even hit. They're like, it was alright.
Oh, the Dumbledore, the one that just came out. Yeah.
Because it didn't have Depp in it or whatever. So it's like
I mean, the last how many Fantastic Beasts has it been?
Like 3. I think it's 2 or 3 now.
Three. I mean, they didn't have the original cast in it either. So.
Yeah, but I think the Fantastic Beasts doesn't follow the story of Harry Potter.
Isn't it supposed to be before those events of that?
I don't think so. I don't know. When I've watched the first 2, it looks like they're timed after Harry's event.
Okay.
In terms of the
Yeah,
the cars and stuff that they got going. It looks like it's after, but even still, it's a separate storyline for Harry Potter world, and you lost one of your major star, ruined the whole thing. And I feel like Disney avoids that now by just doing short contracts. Because it's four Toy Story movies.
Yeah, it was 4, but I mean that was over a span of years though.
And then
it wasn't like a complete contract during the first one where it's because they didn't even know if the first one was gonna hit.
Right.
It was kind of experimental though.
Then didn't he do let me see if I can find it. Buzz Lightyear Star Command.
I think the only kind of contracts that are so extensive are the Marvel contracts. But that's kind of different, even though it's still with Disney.
That's true.
But with actual Disney movies, they don't really plan to have sequels.
Well, no, I think that's wait.
I low-key wonder how that
You say Disney movies don't plan to have sequels?
Some of them, at least with Disney Pixar movies, a lot of them they don't plan on because it'd be taking long to do a Pixar movie. It'd be taking 4 years to do one Pixar movie, or at least it used to back in the day. I don't know how it is with technology now, but still with all the detail they put into all these movies, it's just. It's not they're trying to say, okay, we're gonna plan on making this a sequel. No, they just do the movie. If it does good and people want to see a sequel, they do a sequel.
That's true. Because Incredibles.
Incredibles. I mean, it took so much money to do that one scene with him messing around with his suit with the CGI. So it took a lot to get Incredibles 2. And I have no clue if we're ever gonna get Incredibles 3.
It'll take forever.
I don't even think they should. We were satisfied with having Incredibles 2. So I think Incredibles 3 would just be overkill.
Bro, there's a lot of Toy Story movies. Yeah, you wild, bro. It's not just the 4 he did.
I mean, it's not even true. It's not even the actual full-length movie. It's the shorts. All the Toy Story shorts Tim Allen did.
Yeah.
And then I think he voice acted in the Buzz Lightyear movie.
Bro, my man got
But what about the series though? Did he do that? Did he do the series too, or no?
There's at least 13 or 14 different Toy Story. Oh my God, there's more. I don't think he did the Buzz Lightyears. I'm not saying.
You don't think he did a series?
Nope.
I gotta look that up real quick.
He didn't do the Buzz Lightyear series.
He didn't?
Nope.
What about the movie? I think he did a movie.
Nope.
Then who did?
He did the movie. Yeah, he did the movie.
Yeah. I want to say, of course, he did the movie.
But he didn't do the series though. Toy Story. Oh, he did the game, son, too. That was hard.
I mean, of course you have to Of course you have to do the game.
Here's the thing.
What?
Some of these Toy Story stuff. I feel when as a child when we watched them, they were dope. But then as we grew up and
nah, they still hit. They still kind of hit. Come on now. They still,
Some of these I don't even remember seeing, bro. That's
What,
how
what, the
much
shorts?
Shorts and even like the games.
I mean, I don't know about the games too much, but the shorts,
Like Toy
yeah.
Story Tunes. I didn't know about that one. There's a Toy Story.
A lot of them is on Disney Plus. So
Midway Mania. It's another short. It's like, I'm just saying, like there's a bunch of shorts where you're just like, these weren't even in the movies.
I mean, are a lot of them in
Partysaurus Rex.
Yeah, the Party Story Rex
That was
short.
solid.
That was
That was solid.
that was so lit.
That was a solid one. I remember that one.
It's like that. Just like that's like it looks like a glimpse of like what a phone party would look like.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Yeah, it was wild.
But I don't know. Oh, you would like Monsters Inc. Was that DreamWorks or
No,
Pixar?
that was Pixar.
Monsters
Inc. was Pixar.
Oh, I would say the first one hit. The other two didn't. Monsters
What other
Inc.
two?
2 and was it Universe?
Monster University. What about the series? The Disney Plus series, that was kind of cool. The Disney Plus series was pretty cool, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched Disney Plus. It just didn't. It wasn't.
I think with the I think how they did Monsters at Work was like, it's kind of like that continuation. Like, you know, after that initial, okay, we can't do screens no more. Let's try doing laughs. And that was the whole, and with that was like, then you got Monsters at Work. It's basically how they kind of got to where they were at the exact ending, where you see them all just doing silly shit, and it's like, okay, yeah, laughs are way better.
I guess it's just.
But I wonder if they're gonna use that in order to make a Monsters Inc. 2.
I don't know. Wait, Monsters Inc.
Like, because
You would go back to, like, I mean, not go back. Go forward in time because they just went back, right?
not that they went back, but it's like Monsters at Work was in between when they first initially was about to shut down the factory to end that one scene at the end where you see them all successfully using laugh power.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where you can fit Monsters at Work, because the whole Monsters at Work was just them trying to use laugh, and then that one character just trying to basically be funny, even though he just graduated from Monsters University, like top scarer. So now he kind of has to adjust.
Not Sully. Randall? You talking about Randall?
No, not Randall. It's like it's a new character for the
Oh,
series.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I mean, like, I see your point with the series, but again, I feel like with them, a lot of if you look through Pixar movies now, like WALL-E could have done a good with a sequel. WALL-E was gas.
WALL-E was
He
amazing.
didn't even need a lot.
Yeah, WALL-E is definitely in my top 5 when it comes to Pixar's movies.
It
But
was 10 minutes.
how can you do a WALL-E 2?
They go back to Earth? What?
They already went back to Earth. They already went back to Earth, and when it came.
They went back to Earth.
And when it came to like the end credits, it kind of shows within the little writing how they were progressing.
Yeah, show the progression part. Like they just showed up, and then these fat people
They
couldn't walk. Are able now to
they was walking off. They was just waddling. They was waddling off the ship.
Bro, they never had gravity for like 3 generations, and then you going back to Earth's gravity. You lying to me. Their comedy right there.
Their bones. They said their bones were basically non-existent.
Yeah.
They was like I think that's gonna be how shit's gonna be in the future, because it's literally like because when one of them fell out the chair, it was like, oh, it was like, this is how everything is, like, because he was so distracted by everything was ever in that freaking screen.
Bro, all I know is a WALL-E 2 about fat people getting their life back together. I'll be all on board watching it as WALL-E try to help maintain garbage, and like you throw back because now they're back. This is WALL-E's home, right? What if people start messing with it? You got to see WALL-E just melt down. Remember how like organized WALL-E was?
He made a whole tower out of garbage.
That's what I'm saying. But like his whole room was hella organized. You got people back on this world that him alone had made organized. messing that up. It's gonna be hysterical watching him lose his mind trying. Wow. He's gonna be losing it the entire time. I don't know, bro. That just seems like funny.
I just feel like that Wall-E could just be a one and done. Like I can't see it too. I personally can't see it too.
Silent humor, Eugene. That's what it is. You don't appreciate silent humor. Ratatouille could.
I would have liked to see a but how can you continue? That's just the thing is that how Pixar does their movies is just literally beginning, middle, end. Like, and the end is just the ending of the movie is so vague. It's like, how can you do a sequel?
I feel like Pixar picks their movies off leftist views. Hear me out, right? Finding Nemo gets another movie, but Ratatouille doesn't. Wall-E doesn't, right?
It took years and plus it takes years for them to even do it. So like,
it
took them years to do the first Finding Nemo.
We have 3
because
cars.
Because they literally told, hey, anybody who's working on this Finding Nemo movie, y'all got to take biology courses in college, so you can know how these fish are.
There's 3
Come on,
car movies.
I'm not gonna lie, we could have done without the Cars 3.
That's what I'm saying. You guys focus on like the weirdest things, and it's like when looking at it, like movies that could have done like a good second movie where it comes about life or something, or like life lessons.
Yeah.
A Bug's Life would have been an excellent part 2. You can't tell me there was gems in that. Luca could have gotten a part 2.
There was some wild.
Ratatouille.
Oh, when you watch A Bug's Life as an adult, there was some wild messages in there.
Inside Out. I want to know if the old man lives or dies or
Nah.
not. What
The man's old. The man's old with a child.
So let's see a will. You know what I'm saying? Let's see
He's
the
old
kid.
with a freaking
Let's see the
child.
kid.
Like,
let's see the kid.
we already had our heart broken in the beginning of Up when the wife died.
Right, and
you want us to get our hearts broken again with
and
this
we
old
call
man?
the movie down.
Huh?
We called the movie down. It's already up. Gotta come down, fam. This movie's called Down.
They already got down. Oh my god.
All sad stuff. We dropped the same. We combined it with Soul.
Everything else is already depressing. Like, come on now.
I don't know. It just. I feel like their movies are just a little like too.
But then again, how can you make a Bug's Life 2?
What are you talking about? It's about Bug's life.
They are like all the grasshoppers are afraid to go back to Ant Island.
Yeah, you give them a new threat. Super Hornets. You know what I'm saying? You give them. So
what? We gonna bring back the murder? We gonna bring them. There was one of the circus things was the praying mantis.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I'm saying like you ask for examples of they tried to save that circus praying mantis or an army of praying mantis come through and start slaughtering ants. You don't know what to do. Is it Ants was DreamWorks, wasn't it?
Yeah, Ants was DreamWorks.
Ants was scarier than Bug's Life.
Yeah, because niggas was dying and
and he picked up the man's head and he was like,
"That I'm sorry, I'm sorry."
Watching
watching that as an adult, like watching it as a kid is like okay, nothing. But
What?
watching it as an adult is like, yo, I was watching this as a kid with a straight face. I watched this shit as a kid with a straight face. Like I watched him pick up his head and was like, yo. I can't. He's like, yo, why you grabbing me with my face? What?
I can't feel my body. My man, you ain't got no body.
How you talking with no head right now?
How is this possible?
How you talking with your head right now? You got no body.
And he died right there in the man's hands. That was the craziest cartoon.
Dude, that was the most darkest cartoon, and we just sat there with a straight face.
That's what I'm saying. DreamWorks hit better with these cartoons. Yo, DreamWorks.
I think DreamWorks can go a little because like Disney is just so family oriented. They don't want to push too hard.
Like
I think they could get away. They could get away with it with Marvel because Marvel's comics, and it's meant for a more mature audience. But for a Disney Pixar movie that's mainly rated G and PG, you can't go too dark.
You know what it is? It's missing the message. Ratatouille had a message. Wall-E had the message. Like, if you're fat, start walking. You know what I'm saying? Wall-E. Ratatouille, start your business. So what? You know, start. Anybody could do anything. Even a rat. Plates out their house right now. Watch Ratatouille. Prove me wrong. And then Bug's Life, a whole speech about ants. You let one rise up, and they all take you down or something, and the grasshopper was going off on them.
And the grasshopper still lost.
Yeah,
like,
but
come on,
he
man.
spoke that truth. He spoke that truth. Now you just get cars. I have to go fast. Ka-chow, ka-chow, ka-chow. You know, it just doesn't hit.
I'm not gonna lie. I hated this. I hated the second Cars.
Yeah.
The first one was decent. When they got to the second one, I'm like, what is going on here?
I saw Turning Red, and honestly, it was a lot of PTSD. It was just like a helicopter mom, because my mom was wild when I was younger. Gabe, where are you? Gabe. So I understood that movie was not hitting. I was like, this is dumb.
I still haven't seen it. I gotta watch that one.
If
I heard Luca was good.
Yeah, Luca was good.
And what's that other Disney movie? I don't know if it's a Pixar, but that Incognito, the one with everybody's talking about. We don't speak about
Encanto.
Yeah.
What it was, I don't even know what that.
It was like, and it has some songs like we don't talk about what's your man's name?
I've never heard this.
I don't know.
I'm trying to find. It's DreamWorks. You said?
Nah, it's Disney.
It's Disney. Encanto.
Yeah.
Like
people have been saying that's like a great movie.
Oh wow.
Coco was pretty good.
And you know what else? You know what pisses me off too about Pixar and Disney?
What?
All these cultured movies coming out now. What was these when we was young, bro? We cared
about toys. We cared about toys and
son.
goddamn ants.
I could have used.
No one wanted
Encanto and stuff back in the day, bro. It was just
and Soul.
Yeah, all we had was Lion King. That was the only colored movie we had that we could. Really
that wasn't even Pixar. That was just Disney.
Still Disney. I'm just saying Disney just putting out. I don't know, man. But back in the day, Disney was very whitewashed. It was whack. It was all crimes. That all Disney movies was crimes. That's what made it worse. Just kidnappings. Just kidnappings of princesses because they were all home. A prince came to their house, took them from a dungeon that was at their house.
Hey, if you're watching this, you're obviously not a child. So, come on now.
Because you know, it's not ruined. It's just when we got asked to be the prince, put us in an awkward situation because we have to break and enter into your parents' house just to woo you, and then pick you up.
That just sounds like high school, dude.
Yeah.
That just sounds like high school. That just sounds like high school. Oh my god.
Thanks, Disney. You could. Contributed to the most B&Es in any generation, thanks to Disney princess movies.
Oh my god, that's wild.
Could that'd be funny if that was statistics?
What?
If that was a statistic,
if that was actually a legit statistic,
Disney movies can contribute to the most
breaking and enterings between teenagers.
Back in the 1950s. When
you know what's funny is that in 1950 the first Cinderella came out, but then in 2000 the second one came out. I'm just like they wait like y'all want to talk about how Incredibles took like 15 16 years. Imagine waiting 50 years for a sequel to Disney Cinderella,
and then they got put back in the vault.
Now thanks to Disney Plus, everything's out the vault.
I ain't gonna hold you. I like the vault as much as I talk smack about Disney movies from the past. They did have such a thing where you was like, "Hey, they're now released for this limited time from the Disney vault."
Like get it now before they put it back in the vault. And they'd be like, I remember the last time they actually had the Disney vault, and they made such a big deal about the Disney vault, and literally, I think it was for Lion King. It was for like their 20th anniversary or something. And it's like, but that's just to promote the DVDs. Yeah. Now you got Disney Plus, you don't have to worry about DVD. And it's literally just like, you can watch it in 4K. You can do this, do that. Like, you got all that Disney Plus now. There's no need for the vault no more.
I feel like we're gonna need DVDs. DVDs shouldn't disappear. I feel like because of Disney Plus and other streaming services, you need internet, and without it, first of all, HBO Max needs to make an app.
They have an app.
No, they
I got
don't.
the app.
No, they don't.
I got the app.
For
HBO Max, I got the
for your
app.
Phone.
I got the app on my phone.
There's no app for a fucking PC, which is stupid. Because if I'm on a laptop and I want to watch a movie and download it, you can't do that in HBO Max. I could do that in Netflix. I could do that in, I think, Amazon. And I could do it in Crunchyroll. But
Or Hulu?
And yeah, Hulu too. I could do it. With HBO Max, you got to have internet. And boy, you piss me off with that every time.
HBO Max got some good stuff, so
That's
I don't know
what
what
you
you're
feel
talking
me?
about.
See why I get angry.
I'm not complaining. Oh, man.
See why I get angry. I got to settle with some movie off Netflix. What's there to watch on Netflix? Never mind.
There are some stuff to watch on Netflix, but I mean, with all the stuff that's going on with Netflix, it's like I don't even want to have it no more.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, let's get into some good, bad, and what the fuck real quick, because we've been going on about this. All right. So for our first topic right now, for good, bad, and what the fuck, we have Florida caterers who went to this wedding and they laced the food with THC,
Nice.
and everybody in that bitch was high off their ass.
Like I feel like a couple people wouldn't know what's up. A couple people would know what's up. You know what I mean? They'd be like, "Yo, you feeling this?"
I mean, there was like body cam video from like all the cops, and like they went up to the actual couple and was like, "Did you know that there was THC in your food?" He's like, "No." "Did you ask for it?" He's like, "No." Like they was.
I ain't mad though.
Man.
Like I ain't mad. Like, where's? I guess the wrong would be is that you put it in every plate.
I mean,
'Cause not everybody should get weed. That's the problem here, I think. Because like, I wouldn't mind though. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those like.
I'm just wondering, is like, I want to know what was like the menu for it, because it's like if it's like chicken or something, I get it, but like,
bro, it could be anything. You know, you can put it in anything. I had
I know,
spaghetti and
but still.
meatballs with weed in it, chicken and waffles, pancakes. Man, I've had
that was probably the most mellow.
cereal.
That was probably the most mellow wedding ever.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. No one got drunk. Probably everyone was just chilling.
What if someone got crossfaded because they was already drunk and then they decided to eat?
They probably went to sleep. I
Like,
feel like
dude.
you couldn't lose. No fight. broke
Like,
out.
so now you crossfaded as hell. Like,
I don't know. I feel like that would be a decent time. You just got to worry about the people who are paranoid. It's like your paranoid people is the only one's going to kill the party. It's like as long as you're good, you know, as long as you can maintain. Yeah, my question here though is how much you charged for
your catering. How much you charge for the catering?
Yeah, THC ain't cheap. You can't just be lacing like a whole wedding catered, and you lace the entire food with THC. That's so you dropping the
I
whole.
wonder if
pound.
this was a prank or something. Like,
Well, looking at the mugshot, who do you know the names?
I do not. I had to look up the article.
She looks like a Melissa. I say a Melissa and Lucretia. They the ones that did it. But Melissa looked like it was her idea, and she thought it would be lit to do it. She thought it was like, hey, hear me out. This is gonna be a good idea. And it did sound like a good idea. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think they you know what it is too? They probably were high when they did it and never asked if they want it laced. They just did it.
Oh, they said like multiple guests went to the hospital too.
Yeah.
So like,
'Cause
they probably was just tripping. They probably just had like a bad trip.
did they lace all the meals? Because if you lacing all the meals, that means you got multiple courses and stuff to eat. So you just high throughout the day. You just you don't know how much to take. That's a
Man.
lot. That's a lot. I've taken edibles, and every time I take edibles, I wonder why I get this high.
I haven't taken edible. Like, I haven't tried an edible. because like some of them be strong, some of them be weak, and it's just like, and plus it be taking like I heard it be taking long for it to like hit, so it's like
Cause you gotta eat it. That's the problem. It's to take the long to eat. So you gotta take a little bit or a lot first, and then just don't take any more. You know what I mean? That's the trick to edibles. Once you had some, don't take any more. After you had some.
I mean, this is like the beginning when people were just starting to like make edibles. Like, but I've seen people have bad trips.
Yeah.
From like when brownies were a thing, everybody had weed brownies and shit. Like they always say, oh, you're supposed to eat half the brownie, not the whole thing. One of my homies actually ate the whole thing, and dude, that man was buzzed as fuck.
There's no getting off that ride. That's
like they actually had to take him to the hospital too. Like that's the fucked up part.
What?
Of it.
You don't take first mistake. I'm never taking a friend to the hospital when it comes to like edibles.
No, like literally, he had
heart
such
attack.
a bad trip. Like literally, the ambulance had to come and take him.
What happened? Like he hit himself? He hurt himself?
I have no clue. I just like literally, I was walking outside after school and I just saw that the ambulance came, and then one of my friends was like, "Yo, you know he had to go to the hospital." I'm like, "What?"
He did it at school?
Yeah.
That's dumb. That's what I call the ambulance.
Yeah, it did it like right after lunch. I'm just like, and we were all messing with him because like, dude, he was that high. I'm just like, yo, what's wrong with
I had a friend that was that high. He wanted to smoke I didn't know he did an edible and smoke. And I was like, bro, you don't do any of this stuff. Why are you doing it? He's like, impress a girl. This is a bad idea. And then he got so high, he kept mumbling to me, take me to the hospital. I was like, my man, we ain't going to the hospital, bro. You're going to have to ride this roller coaster out. He's like, but I'm going to die. You're not going to die.
I mean, what do you do? What do they do at the hospital when you're like?
That's what. There's nothing they don't give you anything when you go. They just tell you the same thing I'm gonna tell you.
Right.
Buckle up, my man. You on this ride, boy. I can't unhigh you.
I mean, I always thought that milk can like have that effect. Like,
no.
That's why when people like, haven't you heard of things like he needs some milk? Like,
yeah.
Or is that just certain drugs?
Certain drugs. I don't think any drug even reacts off milk, but weed does like if you drink milk and weed, you're still just gonna be just as high. Yeah, spicy milk only. Yeah, milk only works with spice. It's the only thing that saves your life. Milk does is spicy foods. You want to get unhigh, you have to have something traumatic happen to you. Right then, right there.
I think you'll still be high even something traumatic happens to you. Like, come on.
Nah, sometimes you saw like cops pulling up on you, guns drawn and stuff. You sober up quick. You ruin your high, and you're like, what the? You still be zoned out, but you're sobering up quicker.
Oh man.
But
yeah, let's get on to our next topic. For our next topic, we have this man from Japan who married a fictional character. And now we have a new sexuality identity term called fixosexuals, which is basically, well, at least from what I've heard, it's basically when someone who's like sexually attracted to fictional characters.
how do you marry this?
Apparently he married the hologram of this character.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he legally had the whole wedding ceremony and everything.
What?
Really? I don't get it either, but this is just
that's not real. That's not real.
This is legit. He legit had a wedding ceremony and everything. Like he loves that character that much.
He cracked the cheat code if this is real. Because that means, think about it. It's not like he could cheat.
I mean, how
have
would
another girl? Just create it. You know what I mean? It's not like you can get divorced.
How I like to know how you get divorced from a hologram.
Does it get charged for murder if she dies? These are valid. These are valid questions, man. I'm just saying because
this is all new to me.
This is all valid questions. No one asked this at the judge thing at the courtroom. No one was like, I don't know. Seems like there's some holes in this.
It's like if you die, is she gonna get
The
anything?
will?
Like, are you just gonna leave it all to this hologram?
So you're on your deathbed, and the DNR, with a do not resuscitate thing, is on, but only your spouse can approve of it.
Mm-hmm.
Does the hologram approve you of dying? Because if so, that means you gave AI the ability to kill. See what I'm saying? All I know is Will Smith would smack this guy for this, because I Am Legend don't play that. And iRobot don't play that. You know what I mean?
I mean, I Am Legend. He was trying to basically woo a mannequin. So
Yeah,
this
true.
is what. So we've seen. Let's not act like we ain't seen no wild shit. Like he must be like a very lonely man.
I can't blame him.
I mean, I'm not judging this man. I mean,
He
you like what you like. If you're sexual, cool. All power to you. But
At least the mannequin's physical. You know what I mean? We just
it's hollow.
Smith, but this is
That shit is hollow, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, come on, man.
She probably cheating with Tupac. Put a J to love, son. That's inappropriate.
That's
All right, this is the next one you got.
Yeah, let's go on to our last topic. This one is hilarious. This one's wild. When I saw this headline, I was just like, yeah, we gotta talk about this. But
They blurred it out. What site is he on? It looks like Pornhub.
So with this one, it was it comes from all the way from Europe. I think that's where Parliament's at. But yeah, it was one of the politicians from Parliament was in some kind of meeting, and he was caught watching porn during the meeting.
He's showing somebody else. So is it really watching porn though, or is it like, hey, look what this girl sent me? What? That's wild. That looks like what's happening right here. 'Cause he's getting another message at the same time as them watching it. So,
I mean, I'd like to know, like, how boring was that meeting?
or plot twist, somebody just blackmailed him, and it's a picture of his daughter, and we all just outed him out as a porn watcher now. Good move. So we don't even know the whole story. We just accusing him. This could be his daughter now.
I mean, I didn't know you could be on your phone in these like government meetings anyway. Like,
Oh, Parliament's different. Parliament, they don't have the same security as we give our politicians. Like a couple weeks ago, or not a couple weeks ago, but like a few months ago, when like the whole mask mandate thing was happening in Parliament.
Uh-huh.
Like a couple of their prime ministers was getting shanked, like on the street. They were just walking on the street and getting stabbed on the block, and then like people just running off or admitting that they did it. And because they're the way they see their government, they're just actual public servants. They drive their own cars. There's no real security. They just.
I think that's really how we should treat our government too. I mean, you are not the stabbing part, but I mean, like there shouldn't be no special treatment for them. Because like you're basically the same. You're still a person, like, but you took on this job to like serve the people, the people.
I can see that.
I mean, I feel like the people are the voice.
I feel like,
but politicians are supposed to be like, you're there to serve the people.
I feel like we should go back to an era where, like, if our politician screws up, like some scandals, some legal things, or he bribed or something, right? We as the people should vote for one person, nominate them to be the one to fight him in the ring for like 10 rounds. You know what I'm saying? You get your ass beat. You know what I mean? But we don't, like, not all of us beat his ass, but
Why,
we be like,
why,
hey.
why don't we just jump him then?
Nah, because that's messed up. That's cruel. You know what I mean? We all have to vote. I feel like we got to keep it democratic. So you got to vote. Like, so
we vote for dumb stuff all the time, bro.
Yeah,
like,
so
come on,
vote
man.
for Mike Tyson to fuck up.
I mean, I think
somebody.
Mike Tyson doesn't want to fight right now. Like,
But now
come
you
on,
get-
the man's already had a fight.
I'm
Already.
saying, but you gotta get somebody who's still got it, but who's old. You can't just get you can't get like Conor McGregor taking on Biden. That's just ridiculous. That'd be ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get like Chuck Norris squared up against Biden or Pulowski or something.
Oh my god.
Because they're the same age class. You know, Throw weight class out. We bring back age class and we let them square up. There's some old people that can fight, and so I feel like we bring back.
I mean, there's old people who still go to the gym and everything.
Get the old dude that shot the property manager. I'd nominate him.
What old dude shot the property manager?
We did the story. There's an old dude who shot the property manager in a clean suit. He just had the gun. Bah! It was like 92-year-old dude in a clean mob suit. He had a gun. He walked in with the fedora hat, took the hat off, told the secretary to leave, looked at the property manager and said, "Bah!" one time in the leg. "Fix my water," he said. He went to jail.
I mean, I would hope he did go to jail for that.
But I'm saying, we get people like him to fight our politicians. We nominate them, and then gives an old dude a chance to get out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, you win this fight, and you can get out of prison at 93. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God.
That way we got.
I just got one question for this guy in Parliament. Like, I wonder what category he was watching.
I don't know. See, it's a big blurred
Because I mean,
picture.
if it was something like softcore, then I don't think they would have made such a big deal out of it. It had to be something wild.
From the shape of the image, it's blurred. It's a round shape, so it could be a ass or like one whole tit. You know what I mean? Like the whole. I don't know though. What I don't understand is why only one man in trouble? Two people looking at this, right? Like I'm looking at the back of a bald head and another dude, right?
He probably snitched. Was like, "Hey man, it was his phone." Like he told, nah man. Hey, he told me, "Yo, look at this," and I was like, "Yo, no."
I was looking down to grab a pencil. I saw what was on the screen. I was not looking, but he getting fired. Actually, he probably won't keep his job because Boris Johnson kept his job.
Oh my God.
So as long as he lies, he'll probably be all right. That's wild though.
I just like to know, why is he showing them? Because it's like, bro, this is not high. This is not middle. This is like some middle school shit, bro. Like,
what's on your phone, huh?
Like, bro, this just reminds me of middle school when like niggas used to come around and just like be like, "Yo, bro, look at this," like, which honestly is like the most wildest shit ever. Like,
be like, "Mr. Eugene, what's that? Let me get your phone." Like, you're gonna get it at the end of the day.
Like, yo, delete it real quick.
Don't lock it. Just be mad. Just be like, "Can I turn it off?" You always remember that beg you would have to do. Can I just turn it off? Send that last message and you can turn it off.
I was texting my mom.
Send that last message and turn it off. You couldn't have been texting your mom.
Dude, I remember in high school and like when we had the laptops and like some people would like find them proxy sites and go on them and go on porn sites. It's like duh, and like they'll be like if they were looking at the like screen too long, like one of the teachers literally one time he went like this. he literally went like this and like, and homeboy was like, I like, dog, you guilty as hell.
I remember we had said this is back when Chris Brown and Rihanna had that scuffle.
Yeah.
And the pictures of Rihanna's face spread, and somehow somebody leaked it to our computer lab and made it into, because you know how like it was always network stuff, so like the desktops and stuff was all linked, so they made it the background to all the. So when you powered on the computer, the professor saw the Rihanna face going across the thing. Everybody was just roasting it. Damn. What is it? What is
Y'all
is
so wrong for that.
Yo. Yeah. What you expect, bro? It was just a bunch of niggas. Just niggas in school. But
yeah, let's get into some Nerdz Talk, man. So, finally, we're going to get into this review of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Now, let's start off with let's rate it real quick before we do this deep dive. Like, what would for your initial rating, what would you rate this movie?
It's like a weak 7. It was all right. Like 6, 7. Spider-Man was better.
I mean, we can't be comparing this to Spider-Man. I mean, come on now. We can't be comparing this thing to Spider-Man. Two two different characters, two different movies, two different situations. Like,
Same
how would you
Doctor
feel?
Strange.
How you think Spider-Man would have went up against Scarlet Witch?
Probably fine. Probably would have been pretty good. You know, I feel like
There's no
Spider. Well, you saying his Spidey sense couldn't like detect Wanda's crazy ass shit coming? You guess what you're telling me? He's saying he's saying Peter Tingle wouldn't detect anything. I don't know, man. I say Spider-Man would have held his own. Would have been a better sidekick than the
Than Wong.
not Wong. What's the girl name? America.
America, yeah.
That was the funniest. Bro, when can I start roasting this movie? Because that right there is the funniest thing in the world that Marvel did. You made a Native American woman, called her America, and then you have her cross borders. Hilarious, bro. That was ridiculous.
I thought she was Latina.
Latina?
Yeah.
I was trying to make it less racist.
There's no way you could get around that. I'm sorry. There's no way you could get around that.
I assumed she was Native American. She's Latina, and you
Yeah.
made it cross borders. I assumed she was. Wow. Good job, Marvel.
I would give this movie. Yeah, I would give it a
6.
not even 6. I think like 7.5. Because I mean.
I was about to say, don't give it anything lower because the way you came in last week.
First of all,
Right. And
First
after I
of all,
watched it, this could be the same
my
movie.
initial the reason I came in, like the initial watch, like yes, I was satisfied with the movie, but when you sit down and you literally sit and digest it, you kind of then you nitpick the whole thing. Like, come on.
It's not even,
But with the initial watch, like I was satisfied with the movie.
with the initial watch. I was confused at parts. The Wanda's part made no sense in like certain areas where like the dream walking.
Yeah,
Like
that was just because like that
What
was basically
happened?
dark magic.
No, for sure, I understand that. But what happened to Wanda after? Like let's assume, right? Wanda's like
The other one.
the
Yeah.
other Wanda.
The Wanda that she took, whose body she took over.
She took over. She ended up getting they knock her out of that, right? So she snapped out of it. Essentially, she just chipped up like half of the city herself, right? Like
You was just playing with your kids. Now you just now you killed the whole Illuminati.
They didn't explain any of that part. And then that part too. I was hurt.
I'm not gonna lie. Remember I said there was the one part that made me mad? That was the part. I mean,
all of them died.
not just all of them dying. Professor X getting his neck snapped.
I seen that coming. That
Like,
makes
come
sense.
on, man.
Yeah, that makes
Like,
sense.
you brought back the original Professor X for this movie just for him to get his neck snapped.
Yeah, you're going up against WandaVision though. You're going against the Scarlet Witch. That's you would expect that.
Not he's just the man, dude.
Yeah,
The man's a sidekick.
old. Old.
That man,
bro.
dude, he's one of the most powerful sidekicks out there, besides the Phoenix.
Nah.
Like
right.
dude, come on.
He pushed-
I mean,
he
they brought
pushed-
back the classic
He
wheelchair though.
pushed-
That's
he
what I
pushed-
like.
Even at then, he was pushing like 60, 70, bro. I'm not saying he wasn't a good. By the time Logan came out, he was having like dementia.
I mean, that was because of the whole like that's the timeline. That's the like X-Men timeline, and they made him old. So, but this is a whole new, different universe. We don't know how vibrant this guy is.
Well, even still, I feel like Reed Richards, like
Oh, the Reed Richards that they cast for him.
yeah, the
I actually like this one.
I
I like that Reed Richards.
yeah for his 3 seconds of fame, and then he just turned into nothing.
He turned into noodles.
and then
He turned into ramen.
I will say the fight Wanda did have with him was raw as hell. With
It was definitely
tuning fork, dude.
that was definitely dude.
Yeah,
This,
man,
this
yo, the
guy,
tuning fork, dude.
this
We
guy,
all
this
three
guy
of us
has the
like,
power to like disintegrate
damn.
somebody with a whisper. That's why he's like, oh, he ain't gonna talk to you,
I'm sorry, and he blew away,
and then blew his freaking head off. Like what? Like,
What is it,
yo, Wanda is savage, bro.
He killed their Doctor Strange, right? He killed their Doctor Strange with a
whisper, just saying,
sorry,
I'm sorry,
and blew him away, and it was like,
and then gets his head blown off just because.
and Wanda matrix your man's mouth, nailed his mouth closed, and then blew his head off, bro.
No.
And it went limp. The whole
His own voice.
what?
And he's like,
That was the one thing I wouldn't have done. If your whole thing makes noise, I wouldn't have be like and scream in my mouth. That'd be the wrong thing to do at that moment.
It's like, bro. Nah, I like the fact that they made that in that universe they made Captain Marvel a black woman.
And she still
I was happy
died.
about that.
And she still died.
She
Again,
was kicking ass though. And then but I'm like, then you crushed her.
She died the most weakest way ever. How is a statue? You could fly into space and gone through. If it was the same universe, you went through Thanos' ship. And a museum piece breaks you. Like really?
I don't know. That's the one thing about it. I'm like, with the way they made Captain Marvel seem like she's one of the more powerful Avengers. It's just like, how you die that quick? How you die like that?
A lot of them just they made it like I understand Wanda being OP powerful, fair.
I do, and I did like the fact that they brought back Captain Carter.
Yeah, again,
They actually made a live action Captain Carter. I was like, that's cool as hell.
yeah, and they mimicked her perfectly from
Yeah.
the What If. That's the only thing I will say
From What If
that this movie did. It was like it did make or continued the What If episodes.
Yeah.
Which I like.
which is basically just all in the multiverse. So
But
yeah,
it made no sense. How
And it
did
was-
Wanda catch up to all three of them when they were running in the tunnel? She's doing the Blair Witch hobble or whatever, the cut glass, the ring hobble. Got glass all over the feet. Her leg busted, and Wanda literally was right behind them the entire time. And
they weren't hitting it though. They weren't like running.
What?
Like,
What are
come
you
on.
talking about? They was in full sprint half the time through the corridors, smacking buttons to get the door to close, and Wanda's right there, just
They really.
and then come to find out she didn't even need a door. She was just cracking the doors open because the last door, they all was looking at it, which was dumb too. I was like, they're just staring at the door.
I'm like, keep
moving.
running.
What?
What is
Bro,
your problem?
I'm pulling like everybody. Come on, we're not staying here. Did you not see that? And then they all just stare at the door, and then she just comes out around the corner. I was like, what? So yeah, there was that, and then she left. Wanda gets knocked out, and then the other Wanda just goes home back to her kids. With cuts and bruises, killed half of the Avengers and all
A busted
Ultron.
leg.
A busted leg, glass on the feet, looking like she's been possessed.
I mean, which basically she was.
And that's the other thing that bugged me up too is like even being in the new other universe, why didn't the other Wanda freak out after the first possession?
I think that was I think because I know you're talking about the ending where he goes back into like a different. Well, I think that was just a different universe. There was like multiple universes where because there were millions of because like just like Doctor Strange, there's millions of different multiverses.
I feel you.
So like they probably just like, okay, here's another one. You want your kids so bad, here, try. And the kids were just like scared shitless. Like, what do you expect?
And I understand. I get where everyone was. I get where Wanda was coming from, but I feel like everyone just didn't try hard enough to make Wanda understand. I was like, yo, you're crazy.
It's like, man,
your kids never existed.
No, that was the whole thing. Everybody was like, your kids don't exist.
They're
It's
not
like,
real.
I
Wanda.
see them. I'm like, they still don't exist.
They don't. Yeah, they're not real. Wanda.
You created them.
You made them up.
Like, and not in the fun way. You made them up.
After your man died. After you killed him. As cruel as that was.
I mean, that just goes more into like what WandaVision was like talking about with like grief and everything.
No, I get that part. I get that. Like, it was just
like her grief really took over, and she just started just going crazy.
Because even at the end, and
because she was still in denial.
And the whole ending of the whole way of making this movie, like, which I knew how it was gonna end. Because like, how else would you beat a superpower like an OP character other than just make them get what they want and realize you can't get it? So when they gave her like, here, you want the kids? Have your kids. And then they're there, and the kids were terrified of her. I was like, oh, I saw this coming.
I mean, bro, like the tip of your fingers are basically black and burnt off. Your eyes are. You look like like you literally look like you did that whole prank with the raccoon eyes, like through the binoculars. Like you remember the prank, like.
Hilarious.
Like seriously,
and then
you're
you yeeted the mom right in front of them across the whole house. Like it wasn't even like a small push. And she's like recovering from like a solid
and
5
it's
minutes.
like you really think the kid's gonna be like, oh, this is our mom.
Yeah, I'm like no, yeah, we'll take you on.
Oh my
You
God.
clearly beat our mom's ass, so you're a new mom now. That's how the kids are going to play out. And I was like, yo, you're dumb.
It's like this is what's gonna happen in every universe.
I didn't understand why she had to kill herself. I feel like she needed to like atone for what she did.
I mean, but how? Like you can't. How you gonna do this? You gonna lock her up?
No, I'd say like, hey, Wanda was
Like there's no jail that could lock. Like she knows so many spells. Like well, they did destroy that book though.
Yeah, and they destroyed the tower. But I'm saying like she was just a grieving mother for kids she never had. It's a great story. But what I'm saying is, she's technically speaking not evil. She was just crazy.
No, she was grieving. That's not really crazy. She was just grieving.
Well, yeah, because her man died.
You know, fake kids.
Well, she's grieving with the kids in Vision, right? Because Vision also was the issue here.
Well, I mean, I think she probably accepted the fact that yeah, Vision's dead, but I can still have my children, my family.
The other part that confused me, or not confused me, or really got turned off by the movie is when Doctor Strange dream walked into his own body in the universe, and he did it through the dead body, and he came back looking like Thriller from Michael Jackson, and it was all clay face and stuff, and I was just like, oh, this is trash, bro.
Come on, man.
Trash.
Y'all doing too much.
He's not even doing the dance moves right. It was garbage, bro. And it made no sense.
I was like, yo, this is wild. Like literally, like, cause this man's like, yo, well, don't you need a body in that universe? Like, who said it had to be alive? I'm like,
Right.
I'm like, what? Like, who you's about to? I'm like, then I see the dead. I'm like, oh,
That does.
I'm like, really? He's just gonna?
But it's called dream walking, right?
Yeah.
How you dream when you sleep, when you dead?
I guess you still got a conscious.
Right. It don't make no sense. How you dream when you dead?
I mean, you just all it is really just going into a body. You're just going into your own body in a different universe. So it don't matter if it's alive or not. It's still his body.
I guess. Maybe that's why those other demons are pissed at him, and then somehow.
Yeah, that's why I say it's like yeah, dream walking in a dead body is like first of all, dream walking in general is dark magic.
Right.
So then they're like, yo, you're in a dead body now. Like we're supposed to be taking control of this whole thing. Get out.
Again, that makes it. It just brings more confusion. I would have been more impressed at the fact he's doing it to a dead body. If it's already dark magic, why is he now breaking a rule? That's the weird part for me when it comes to dark.
I mean, a lot of the whole thing with the dark soul is like, yeah, it's just shit that you should not do.
Right. And you mean to tell me I crossed the line bringing back a dead body? You know what I'm saying? With this one time I didn't kill somebody, guys. I brought somebody dead back to life.
Wong, I felt so bad for Wong because Wong was just like, the whole time he's been trying to avoid this shit. Now he's like, okay, now I guess I gotta help.
And then they dropped him.
For the whole half of the movie, he's just trying to climb this damn mountain. And then when he sees Strange in a dead body, he's like, yo,
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. Just stop this shit.
Facts. I didn't. Wong pissed me off when he was climbing up the mountain because he had the thing be all elastic and take out one of the monsters' heads. Which I'm pissed I didn't see more action from those monsters. They had like a 3-minute scene where they all just fell off a cliff, and then I was like, okay, that's cool. But he walks or climbs his way back up, and I was just like, why didn't he just Batman retract his way? He has magic.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't he magic his way up? There'd be times where I'd be looking at Doctor Strange, any of his movies, where I wonder, why aren't they just using the magic?
It's like, can't they both levitate too? Like, come on out. Or is it just Doctor Strange who has a cloak?
I think he just has a cloak, but that still doesn't change the fact that like you could still should be able to do something with magic. I'm the Sorcerer Supreme, for God's sakes. I haven't learned a spell that can let me not fall to my death. What, bro? I don't. But now the movie overall, the movie was 6.5.
I give it a 7.5, mainly because of the fact it's like the action in it was great. A lot of the fight scenes were good, but as far as like it really completed the whole character development for Wanda. I feel like because I'm wondering like what her contract is. She doing any more movies after this or no? Was that going to be her last movie?
I think so. If they killed her
Yeah.
off now.
If that's her last movie, then most definitely like it really did a lot to like end it. Like, cause she already had a traumatic like even though it's kind of fucked up, but like she had a traumatic childhood. She ended up losing her brother, loses the person she loves. She can't have the life she wants. So it's like it kind of and it shows like her whole grievance and everything. So I feel like that was a great way to kind of complete her story and to also introduce a new character with America.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like it really did kind of give us a glimpse of what Phase 5 can be with the whole everything with the multiverse. Because since they're opening the multiverse up now, it really shows us a glimpse of what the multiverse is really about and what they could do with the multiverse.
I'm glad they're gonna. I know they're gonna bring back Reed Richards if they're gonna use the guy from Office. If they're using that guy from The Office, I can see them doing it. He
seems like a good Reed Richards.
I can see him doing it again for our universe. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Instead of us getting the guy we had last time. I can't remember his name. But I feel like if they do that, a Fantastic Four now would make sense.
Yeah. Because now we got to see sense. How Reed Richards is now in this universe.
Right. Now, what the question now is, do you bring Xavier out in Universe 661?
I think it's 616 or
616 or something like
that.
Yeah,
616. Yeah.
So do you bring out Xavier in 616?
I think he said that he's willing to play Professor X again for the MCU. So of course.
I mean,
I wouldn't mind that.
I'm just saying, like in the storyline plot.
I'm just wondering, what other X-Men are they going to bring out too? Because this just opens up X-Men.
Well, I could see them subbing out Logan for Deadpool, if anything, because you got your regen person there, who's like a nonstop fighter. So, like, if they did do your X-Men movie, throw in Deadpool into the mix, Colossus, people who have been your newest X-Men towards the things. And then do Xavier, and then do like a Storm. Mm-hmm. Keep some of the originals. I don't know. You have to retcon a bit because Scott died. I wish I'd have seen Scott. That'd have been cool to see Cyclops.
Yeah, I think also the reason why a lot of people are like giving this movie like a lot of shit is just the fact that mainly because of I think you also got to blame Spider-Man for this one too, because like with Spider-Man, like with them giving us, like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and like the whole trio and everybody and all these different cameos, they were expecting more because the fact that they mentioned the multiverse, so they were expecting way more cameos from more other older characters, and they just weren't satisfied with Professor X. I was satisfied with Professor X and Reed Richards, to be honest with you.
I mean,
like you can't, because now with these Marvel, even with the multiverse being opened up now, you can't just have a movie full of just these different cameos. Like they still have to have a plot for the actual character who the movie's about.
Right. No, yeah.
Even though I think they should have called this one Scarlet Witch in the Multiverse of Madness.
I mean, even because I feel like they should have played more with the characters that mess with multiverse. So, like, as they went to other planets on the panel, mm-hmm. they should have had Ant-Man, not the Professor though.
Ant-Man, yeah.
But the Professor to Ant-Man, they should have. If not him, you know what I mean? Have him on there as a panel, because like you would like
because he did kind of. Because of the whole quantum realm thing, yeah.
And what about?
I think if they would have had Loki in it, like I think it would have still overshadowed everything. Because like you already had Wanda who Wanda was overshadowing the hell out of Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So if you would even if you like try to put everybody who messed with the multiverse, like
if you did put Loki in it, I wouldn't have put necessarily Loki, but I would do a TVA window.
I actually thought the whole meeting thing. I actually thought the TVA was gonna be put in front of the TVA.
Right.
Not the Illuminati. But then when it was the Illuminati, I'm like, well, And then with the whole thing with the Illuminati, I thought the original Illuminati, Black Panther was part of the original Illuminati in the comics, though. Like it was Mr. Fantastic. I know Professor X was part of it too.
But it's not.
But
that's-
also, like, because if you're willing to, is in a different universe, you could have
Yeah.
had someone play Black Panther.
But it's just a different universe. So maybe that's why you had the lineup you had in this multiverse. Then let's assume in this multi-universe, Black Panther never really got, like he got established, but never went
But
global.
Yeah, like he did in this universe.
Right, like the way our universe Black Panther did. So in that regard, he probably is part of Illuminati because he still has to do outside trade and business.
Yeah.
But he's not going to be on the panel because he still respects the tradition of, Wakanda doesn't help.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, man.
yeah, man.
I mean, but besides that, I enjoyed the film. There could have been some things they could have did to tighten it up, but we can't expect. Like, I think people just had too much expectation for the movie.
Nah, I didn't have too much expectations. The fact it's a Marvel movie, it was just like they fell short on some of the storyline and scenes is all that was.
You think we're gonna get more multiverse action like in Phase 5 now?
Oh yeah, 100%, because you have Kang.
Oh yeah, we do have Kang. We do have Kang now.
You have Kang. You have the TVA again. You got Love and Thunder. Then you have
I don't know if we're gonna
Ant-Man's.
get. I don't know if we're gonna. Yeah, we might get more with the next Ant-Man. I don't know about Thor: Love and Thunder. I think that's just gonna be mainly about Thor. I don't know if we're gonna have much multiverse action in there.
Yeah, because Jane's Thor now.
Oh,
Remember, Jane has the hammer, and Jane's wearing the whole Thor's outfit. You have to explain if it's not this universe. What, you know what I mean? Like that's the only reason why I say the Love and Thunder has something to do with multi-universe, because you have Jane and the Hammer's back together, and she's the Thor, the God of Thunder now all of a sudden. So like,
I honestly can't wait for the season 2 of Loki. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with that.
I want Moon Knight. I want more Moon Knight. Boy, that Moon Knight finish. I need to see more. I want to see what Jake doing to these people out here in the streets. Jake gonna be out here just gossiping up everybody.
I think they should. I think now that we kind of have a gif of what Moonlight is, what Moon Knight is, and who he is as a character, give him a movie. I think, or at least put him in a Marvel movie as a cameo.
Okay.
Like put him in one of the Marvel movies. Because I don't know what they can do as far as like giving him his own movie. I think for a character like Moon Knight, keep with the series.
Nah, if you did you can give him a movie, because you can have him be like the protagonist or a second antagonist to like one of the Avengers or the Fantastic Four. He squares up with everybody, like he fights them all. At one
so does
moment.
Deadpool.
Right, so it's like at one moment you can have him be like either the evil person and then be like, oh, he was actually good, and switch the story, like he did Bucky. You know what I mean? Do a Bucky, except in this time he's not necessarily.
He's not being controlled. It's just him. Or it could be it's because it's Jake.
Not even just because of Khonshu. It's because Khonshu asks and demands of it.
Or not even because of Khonshu. Like, it could be just because it's Jake.
Nah, because Khonshu would still be the main one pulling the strings. Even because Jake wouldn't just go off and fight, because it would draw attention from the other two. He still got Steven and Mark. So it's like if you got those two that you're still dealing with in the head, you can't just be out here killing, going all wild without the word of Khonshu to cover your back. So I would say Khonshu would be your one who'd be the villain, like something evil or something that Khonshu may see as being the evil, and then make that the center of the movie, and your villain be Moon Knight, and then have it turn good because Moon Knight has the other personalities.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. But we can let it up in the comments.
Yeah, I can see that.
People can choose.
But yeah, that's been another episode of TV Nerds. Follow us on our link tree. We got more content coming out. and
More
everything.
shows.
Yeah, different shows, different skits, everything like that. You know, that's Gabe's Stomach. This your boy, the Esoteric Child. This has been an episode of TV Nerds. Stay nerdy.
I'll keep coming back to you.